Alright, welcome back to Militia Madness MTG, and you might be wondering why is Hunter giving the second deck tech this week. Morgan forgot a deck. So I had one lying around, and this is what Morgan's going to be playing. Yeah. So Morgan's going to be playing green-white enchantments, not boggles. It's different enough from the Bant version that we brought. It's more focused on like the heroic stuff, but instead of targeting with instant sorceries, it's targeting with enchantments and abusing this commander to A, look for auras, which she does for herself, and then B, put creatures into play, and then you have more targets for your auras. So in terms of cards, we have Nyxborn Hydra, because it's busted. This card's really good. We have Hopeful Eidolon, which is both a creature and an aura, so you can find it off of Siona, which is, it's a creature that functions as an aura. You can't search it off of this, but I just really wanted to play around Bestow, so we have that. A Crone Skyguard and Wingsteed Rider, the original like heroic package that was nuts in Theros Limited. So we have that. Spirited Companion is just like a value creature. Transcendent Envoy makes your auras cheaper. We also have Starhelm Coulter. Same thing. These also wear auras really, really well because of the flying. Just making ways of making them cheaper. Summon Chocomog because it's busted. Again, it's also an enchantment. Sometimes that matters, but it's just like one of the best white cards that's been printed since Militia became a format. And then we have Aura Gnarlid. Gets bigger. Gnarlback Rhino, which will draw cards. Samala Woodshaper, which is the worst card in the deck, but I really wanted to play it. Bramble Elemental, which is like another kind of pseudo copy of your commander's effect. So I really, really just valued that. Although this cares specifically attached to itself. This just, if it's attached to a creature, but again, it's worth it to me to play a second ability of this. And then we have some Aura Search directly with Heliod's Pilgrim and Totem Guide Heartbeast. Again, just searches out your auras. And then we have Rosecott Knight, which is just like a mid-range value creature that I wanted to try out. And then the last two creatures in the deck are the Cycling Package, because green can be a bit tricky. The rest of the deck is so white-focused that I wanted to play both so I can get, so Morgan can get a green source. That's it for the creatures. For the auras, I'm going to go quickly because we have a lot of them. Cartouche of Solidarity, it's fine. Rancor, obviously. Sentinel's Eyes, pretty obvious. Hyena Umbra and Spider Umbra for the Umbra Armor ability. Really, that's it. They're just protections. They're like extra protection spells that can be found off of your commander or Rosecott Knight or Heliod's Pilgrim or Totem Guide Beast. That just means your creatures aren't dying to removal, or that your opponent's having to 2-for-1 themselves. So Testing Training draws a card, nice hit off of your commander or things like that. And Trample is huge. Elephant Guide, this is really in here because it makes Kid Hunter inside of me happy. This is like the first aura I think I ever put in one of my decks and smash people with. Trollhide, the power of regeneration cannot be underestimated. I'm not on the other one of this that you can play, but I just figured one of them is probably fine. Again, like these you can have lots of fun of because Totem Guide Heartbeast and Heliod's Pilgrim allow you to go get weird tutor targets. Snake Umbra is actually, again, Umbra Armor, but also having some form of card evasion after you get a Trampler is, like, nice. Shield of the Oversoul, this is, like, exclusively for your commander, but again, you're always going to have access to it, so I didn't really feel bad about putting it into play. And then Armadillo Cloak is the last, like, bread and butter enchantment, I would say. Yeah, and this is 3, 6, 11 enchantments that just make these other 4 really, really good, which are Ethereal Armor, All the Glitters, Ancestral Mask, and Sigil of Nine Gods, which is in this category because it counts creatures, and all of your auras, if your commander's in play, generate creatures. So this gets out of hand real quickly, and when it doesn't, you get to draw a card. But everybody knows what these do. Go back to my boggles list. Hear me gush about them. A couple of enchantment aura removal spells. Morgan mentioned earlier you could play Dog Umbra. You can. You absolutely can. I just didn't. You know. But you could. Over reprobation. That's fine. And then Journey to Nowhere, Oblivion Ring. When Morgan picked a deck out of the box, no one can see here, but there's a box of boxes of Militia decks. My deck was missing one card. It was missing an Oblivion Ring. So I had to print out an Oblivion Ring because I didn't feel like looking for something. But Oblivion Ring, just an answer to anything, and then Journey to Nowhere, a nice answer to like a big guy who's blocking your guys. Crewface's Insight is like the one and only like card advantage card I wanted to play. The ability to draw 3 cards is just really, really good. It's why, whenever possible, I made creatures enchantments as well, because you can hit it off of Crewface's Insight as well. And then protection spells, as far as they go, these are really replaceable. You have like 1,600 options. Play what you want. I went with these 5, plus the Totem Armors, I think, brings me up to 8 effects that do this. They're really not worth talking about. Play whichever ones you want to play. Those are the ones I had. And then in terms of basics, we have 5 forests, 8 plains, 3 dual lands, 2 of which are searchable off of your mana cyclers, and then a Colony Garden. Colony Garden's really, really good against edicts, which normally give hexproof decks or boggles decks a lot of problems. Not so much in this deck because of your commander. Gives you immediate thing, but you know, it was pretty free, so I played it. That's the main deck. We can go to the side deck. And the tokens. The tokens deck is pretty hefty and significant. I'm going to put those over there. Monarch package. We talked about this to death on the channel. Standard Bear and Coalition Auto Guard. There's a lot of theory behind this in that you don't care what you're suiting up. You can kill people with a suited up Standard Bear. It's happened. It's fine. But the other Boggles decks that want to put their stuff on a specific thing lose to this harder than you do. So there's that. 2 just decent white removal spells. White has to be our removal color if we want to be decent against the mid-range decks, because green is pretty abysmal at it. So Thraben Charm, Destroy Evil. Thraben Charm is just like the most versatile card in the format, so having access to it is really, really good. In terms of lifelink, we have a Weather the Storm and a lifelink. This is searchable, so pretty straightforward. So a lot of people are gonna... This is like a sideboard to the sideboard. I have Monk Idealist and Oromancer. The theory behind this is there are a lot of Tranquility style effects that people will bring in against you. And just being able to recycle your All the Glitters or recycle your Armadillo Cloak and put it on this and then just start going again is just really, really good. You don't need like a massive amount of enchantments on a guy. Sometimes it's just, you know... Armadillo Cloak, get it back, put it on here, and then they just die to that too. So, a little bit of theory there. Calming Verse, this is the only Tranquility effect we get to play, because as long as you don't have an untapped land when you put this on the stack, it blows up all their enchantments and none of yours. Heritage Reclamation is just like staple. Prismatic Strands, we're in white. Guard in the Guild Pact, we're in white. Only reason this isn't in the main deck is it's really, really awkward to enchant onto. I believe you only have 2 targets. I think it's just the arm. Well, you have 3. I think it's Sigil of the Nine Gods, Armadillo Cloak, and then the Soul of the Overseer, and then that's
Shield of the Oversoul.
Yeah, and that's it. And then Relic of Progenitus is the Graveyard Hate of choice, and that's it.
Yeah.
Join us Friday for the games. See you there.